What's going on, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. Now, before we jump in today's video, man, you should have know what you should have been did. Like the video, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, man. Listen, we trying to save the world. We trying to save as many people as we can. So make sure you hit that post notification bell so you don't get that post nut clarity, my guys. Now listen, man, I was just watching my last reaction video, the one that I did with PJ Washington, and I noticed that my I noticed that my head was kind of blocking the girl's face a little bit. So I apologize for whoever might have been complaining and stuff like that. I apologize. I'm gonna try to like sit back more. I'm gonna just try to sit back more and observe with you guys. So I apologize in advance. Make sure you guys are joining up the Discord. Make sure you guys are checking out my links in the description, man. If you need anything, everything you need is down below. Now, without further ado, let's just jump into the video.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently to...
Oh, I just broke up with one.
Why's that?
Because they're too needy.
What was he doing?
Oh yeah, I forgot to say. Today's video is called Being a 304 is a Type of Relationship. All right, now let's jump into it.
Asking to hang out.
Imagine trying to ask your girl to hang out.
Because I don't got time to babysit a man's feelings. I'm not really like attracted to them.
Why not?
I don't know, like when they give me too much attention, I'm like...
Can't make this stuff up.
What a lot of people don't realize is
A lot of harlots have high standards that wifey types shouldn't even dare to have. Nobody's ready for that convo though.
being a hoe is a type of relationship.
What?
Like, my husband has been on a roller coaster the last 4 years.
Hey yo. Why is your breastises all up in my face? Why I'm sorry for anybody who might be tempted by this. Lord forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Please do not relapse, fellas. Be strong. Be strong. Take control. Have self-control, man.
In business, and I've stood by it. But because I set the tone of being there for a
Wait,
good
what is she
time,
saying though?
has a type of relationship. Being a hoe is a type of relationship.
What?
Like, my husband has been on a roller coaster the last 4 years in business, and I've stood by it. But because I set the tone of being there for a good time, not a long time in the beginning, when things got really serious, I was still being treated with my bare minimum. Frequent dates, nice vacations, nails, hair, wax, all of my girly things, facials, everything fully paid for all the time, no questions asked. And it wasn't until like after we moved in together with both of our kids that I started acting like a wife and all that.
Dang, she look like they live in a good neighborhood though.
But at one point he started acting up, thinking that was what it was, and I left him.
Anyways, I hit 100K a couple days ago, so thanks you guys to
Oh,
your
man.
support. Did this in under a year. As a result of that, I just created an IG to connect my audience more. Infinite.colors with a Z at the end on IG if you wrote it. And as you can observe, this is the guy she was colors with a Z at the end on IG if you really want to. So I'm assuming this is the guy she was talking about because it says her
That's
baby
her?
daddy right there. She actually wrote it. And as you can observe, he's older. He's older than her, significantly older, maybe 10, 15 years older than her. So obviously he's probably a high value man based on what she was saying. I'm assuming he was a sugar daddy that turned into a baby daddy. And it happens, you know what I'm saying? And she's wondering why that although she started a family with him, why she's not being treated like a traditional wife. Because you was a thought. You said in the beginning of the relationship, it started out on some thought stuff.
But because I set the tone of being there for a good time, not a long time in the beginning, when things got really serious, I was still being treated with my bare minimum.
How do you expect him to treat you like a housewife when you was a thought wife? You can't expect respect when that wasn't the foundation of the relationship. Remember, first impression is last impression type stuff. If you started out as a thought, you let him on the first date know what you think. To me, it seems to me that he's a responsible man. And he realized they had a baby with you and he got responsibilities to handle, but you still a thought to him. That's how, But that's my opinion, though. You know what I'm saying? It's my opinion. I could be wrong.
Why I would never date a guy who could not provide for me and my future children.
I am so tired of women like this growing this generation, okay? So I'm just gonna leave this on the table. When I started dating my husband again, because, we started dating at 12 years old, but then I wanted to be a little hot girl. So, we didn't work out for a few years. But when we got back together, just before we got married, my husband was a stay-at-home dad. He was not working in any fields. He did not go to school, no secondary education. He did not have a house. He did not have a car. He did not have assets. Now, fast forward 4 years later, as we were dating, I gave him my car so that he could go to school. I helped him out with the kids, and now we're one big family. But the most important thing is that he graduated from school, got a job in his field.
Wait. The role seems very reversed. Like, are you the man? Are you the man? Sis, are you the man? It sounds like she's the head of the house. She talking about she gave him her car to go to school. Like, what? Hold on. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? It's my opinion. I could be wrong.
Why I would never date a guy who could not provide for me and my future children.
Okay, and I don't see anything wrong with what she just said, because the Bible does tell us that a man who, I forgot the verse, but a man who doesn't provide for his family is worse than fill in the blanks. Or somebody leave the Bible verse down below, but you know what I mean. I don't see anything wrong with what she just said. But this right here.
I am so tired of women like this growing this generation, okay? So I'm just gonna leave this on the table. When I started dating my husband again, because, we started dating at 12 years old, but then I wanted to be a little hot girl. So, we didn't work out for a few years. But when we got back together, just before we got married, my husband was a stay-at-home dad. He was not working in any fields. He did not go to school, no secondary education. He did not have a house. He did not have a car. He did not have assets.
That sounds like, I ain't gonna lie, that sounds like a little boy to me.
Now, fast forward 4 years later, as we were dating, I gave him my car so that he could go to school. I helped him out with the kids, and now we're one big family. But the most important thing is that he graduated from school, got a job in his field, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom. He takes care of 100% of the bills. I get to just make my own money and live my life and take care of my kids. And it's all because I invested in my husband.
Same thing here. I told the story many times. My wife saw potential in me when I was even sleeping.
Okay, so listen, man. This is why you never judge a book by its cover. Y'all seeing it here live, and that's the best thing, I don't want to ever get on this camera and show y'all fakeness, So y'all seeing my live reaction, and sometimes I'm not always right, and this just proved it. So what she basically said is, her husband was a stay-at-home dad, right? So she invested in the relationship. He stayed at home, did everything else while she was the breadwinner or whatever. And now the roles have reversed, and I didn't comprehend that at first. But okay, now it makes sense. But there's not a lot of women who think like this, though. A lot of women just want everything.
Bro. She even paid
a lot of women just want everything now. Because we've all been deceived by the Hollywood narratives that the man is just going to come in and swoop you off your feet and he's going to take care of you. And, everything else is going to be happily ever afters and peaches and roses, So that's a lot of women's way of thinking. But a lot of women nowadays do not want to grow with a man. They do not want to grow. They want to meet you at the finish line. But they don't want to be there for the struggle. And that's just today's society.
$100 randomly so I could sleep in a hotel night because it was cold outside. She saw potential in me back then. Now that I've acquired and achieved a level of success through much ambition, much hard work, much tenacity and perseverance, mainly God blessing me through me just asking God, like, how do I succeed and things like that? What's the next step? And God showing me answers on how to succeed. But it was persistence. She worked with me. My wife worked with me. Now that I'm successful, she gets all the benefits of that. What do you think a man that has success, who do you think he's going to treat better? The woman that came up with him? The woman that believed in him when everybody else didn't really believe in him, and now everybody believes in him now because he's successful? Or the one that waits till you get to the top and then she wants you? That's exactly how I explain how the other female, she's wanting to be treated with certain privileges, but you got a high value man when he was already at a high value and you was a thought to him.
But what I was basically saying before this video came on is that there's nothing wrong with a woman wanting a man to provide for them, you know, because that is the role of a man, to provide for his family. So nothing is wrong with, you know, a woman wanting that in their life. You know, the Bible does say the woman's desire is going to be for her husband, you know. So nothing is wrong with a woman wanting a man to provide and for her and the family. But what I'm saying is most women are not willing to build with a man until he gets to the promised land.
Women, it's okay to build with a man that has ambition and you see he has a good work ethic and he works hard and he's not lazy. Like, I don't understand why y'all all try to go for the top 10% of guys that's already successful when you literally have a gold mine sitting right there when a dude has ambition and he has tenacity and you can observe that, but you're not patient. Again, not you. Y'all want to wait till he get to the top and now he don't trust nobody because y'all ain't come up with him. And now he got multiple women and he's treating all y'all like thoughts. But most likely if you come up with the guy, even if the guy is like dealing with other women, he's going to treat the one that came up with him, which is his wife or his significant other or his girlfriend. He's going to treat her. He's always going to make sure she's straight.
I can agree.
Because she believed in him when no one else really was vibing, was rocking with him. I don't understand why that's so hard for women to understand.
If you're a college student like me, especially, you need Grammarly in your life. Grammarly is a digital writing assistant.
And this might be triggering, but I'm sure you can take it. The problem...
Yeah, we know this might be triggering because you got your breastises all up in our faces.
Isn't that women keep screwing you over. The problem is that you're not in your power, which makes you incredibly easy to manipulate. The nature of woman is knowing how to move the masculine, move him into action, move him into lust, move him into deeper heartfelt presence, and often move him into chaos. We already well know the feminine is so powerful that she can haul a man into the depths of the ocean, leaving him stranded without ship or anchor to bring him back safely to shore if he is not rooted in steadiness, clarity, calmness, and the stillness that true masculinity embodies when in the presence of feminine energy. But here's the thing, my loves, no woman, no matter how powerful, can sway a man who is truly rooted in his own power. For a man who is completely aligned and embodied in his masculinity, the impact of female manipulation or sexual prowess has little to no effect in swaying him into behaving or acting in ways that are not in alignment with his highest good.
It's exactly why in a lot of my...
Hey, and I just want to piggyback off of what she said. This is why men has to embody self-control, you know, abstain from fornication, you know, until you meet your significant other, and just practice self-control in general, you know, because I remember being young and there were times in movies where, you know, a guy and a woman would be left alone in a room and the woman would be trying to, you know, lay down with this man and the man will always resist it. And in my young mind, my lustful mind, I'm like, dang, like if I was in that situation, I would have just went all in. I would have just did the do with her, you know, but now I understand that that's true self-control. That's true self-control right there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure y'all know those type of scenes that I'm talking about, but that's true self-control. When you are not swayed by a woman's body, you know, her beauty, when you're not swayed by these things, it forces them to, you know, actually try to, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't put you, it doesn't, when you're not easily seduced by a woman's body or her looks, it forces her to now have to do more to win you over, you know what I'm saying? And that's where the manipulation and all of that stuff comes in, because, you know, and the simp mentality comes in, because a lot of men just give in on the I don't know what they say, the brim of a whim or whatever. But a lot of men just give in because of lust, you know, because of beauty. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to get that off my chest.
In my earlier videos, I talked about being in your masculine frame no matter what. And that honestly comes with the confidence of being a man, the testosterone you get from lifting weights, accomplishing very difficult tasks, being faced with challenges, not backing down from the challenges. This is what it comes from, you know what I'm saying? I had a recent situation with my wife and my sister where my wife asked did I want to do something for her. She was like, do you want to, let's just say, do you want to go to the store for me? And I said, no, I don't want to. And she was like, oh, like, how dare you? And I was like, and after the conversation, after she got all angry and stuff, like an hour or two later, I said, what you really meant to ask me was, can you do this for me, please? But you said, do you want to? You asked me a direct question. As a man, men being direct and women being passive, I said, no, I don't want to do that. You asked me, and I gave you my true answer. But you got angry at me because I didn't give you the answer you wanted. Now, as you getting, my wife was getting emotional. My sister was saying that I was, you know, that was wrong for what I did. And I'm like, I don't care. That's my answer. My answer is no. Because you're asking me to be something that I'm not. I am not a woman. So, because she's like, you should have been more considerate towards her emotions. My sister's saying this. You should have been more considerate towards her emotions. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to answer like that.
You know, women are always gonna pick up for other women. You know, it's just human nature, man. It's human nature. But I see where he comes from.
Yes, I did. She asked me a direct question, and I said no because I did not want to do it. Now, I would have had some sympathy if she said, hey, I would really like it. Now, if she was to be in her feminine energy, my wife, and said, I would really like for you to come. It would make me happy if you did. Of course, you're going to touch on, you're going to make the man feel a certain way. And I'm going to be like, you know what, I'll do this for my wife. You know, she really loves me.
Yeah.
But you asked me a direct question, yes or no, and I said no. See, most dudes be like, oh, sorry, honey, and be on some simp beta male stuff. I ain't on that stuff. I was raised by real men. My dad, my granddad, I had real examples of men. We don't be on that emotional stuff. Am I emotional? Yes, I'm very passionate, very emotional, but I'm not emotional like a woman is. So you can't expect women to act like a woman or respond like a woman. You can't expect that. And that's why a lot of women that some of y'all deal with don't respect y'all, because when she tests you in a feminine way, you don't respond in a masculine way. And really the masculine way is just being straight up, just being honest, being real. A lot of y'all being lying to them and, oh no, I don't mind. I'll go to the store with you. Oh no, I don't mind. I'll do this with you. F that. You don't really want to do it. Be a man, be straight up, stop being a coward, and tell us straight about what it is. Now, does that mean you should be inconsiderate? No. But you got to know, it's like a skill to it. It's like an art or a skill. You got to know when and when not to do that. And that only really comes from.
It really comes down to a time and a place when you do that. Because let's say you're in a committed marriage and, you know, like he was saying, if your wife is like, oh, do you want to do this for me? And if you genuinely don't want to do it, it's okay to say no. Now, if she goes, you know, babe, can you please go to the supermarket for me because I'm feeling a little tired right now? Then you can consider it. You know, it's a time and a place. You don't want to be a D-head about the situation and blow your wife off all the time. You know what I'm saying? But if you genuinely don't want to do something, be a man and say, no, you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he's trying to say. But the video about to end.
Truly from experience. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
All right, so yeah, the video just ended, y'all. You know, I hope you guys took something valuable from today's video. The first woman, I don't even know what she was saying, but hey, man, we already know them by their fruits. So if you guys took anything valuable, drop a like, leave your comments down below, man. Share this video with a friend because they will need it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'll catch you in the next one, and I'm out.